In the last class we have discussed about vaccines, and now we are going to discuss about how microorganisms helps to increase soil fertility. So first what we are going to discuss is how microorganisms will help the plants. See, plants need nutrients to grow. Like we also need nutrients to to grow. To get nutrients, we are going to eat different kinds of food. For example, we drink milk to get calcium. In the same way, plants also need nutrients to prepare its food and to grow. So plants need nitrogen in more quantities. Nitrogen is the most abundant nutrient which is required by plants. But some plants here, they cannot absorb direct nitrogen from the atmosphere. You all know nitrogen is present in the atmosphere, and 78% of nitrogen is present in the atmosphere. Though most percentage is nitrogen only, plants cannot absorb direct nitrogen from the atmosphere. For example, in your home, raw rice is there. Raw rice. Are you going to, okay, no stove and nothing, only raw rice is there. Are you going to eat raw rice? No. Though rice is required for us to live, but you can't eat raw rice. So it has to be converted into cooked rice with the help of stove. Yes, we will be using stove and cooking, no? So with the help of stove, raw rice has to be converted into cooked rice. In the same way here, plants cannot absorb nitrogen though it is present in more quantity in the atmosphere. But this nitrogen has to be converted into nitrates. When nitrogen is converted into nitrates, then only the plant can absorb. Then who is going to help in the conversion of nitrogen into nitrates? There are some nitrogen fixing bacteria which is present in the roots of such plants. So this nitrogen fixing bacteria which is present in the roots of these plants, they are going to convert nitrogen into nitrates. And if you see, the examples of nitrogen fixing bacteria are Rhizobium, Nostoc, and Anabaena. So these are the nitrogen fixing bacteria, and the whole process we call it as nitrogen fixation. So conversion of nitrogen into nitrates is known as nitrogen fixation. And bacteria will not help the plant without any benefit, so it also has its own benefit. So this bacteria is going to give nitrogen to the plant. Bacteria is going to give nitrogen to the plant uses this nitrogen, it prepares its food and give the food to the bacteria, and it gives the food to the bacteria. So they are helping each other. So there is a term called for this type of thing, that is symbiosis. So symbiosis is nothing but mutual benefit. So here the plant and the bacteria are helping each other, so it is mutual benefit. And not only that, microorganisms clean the environment by decomposition process. You all know how the compost is prepared. All the waste materials, biodegradable materials, if you dump in the soil, the compost will be prepared, and the compost is used to increase the soil fertility. So here most of the microorganisms are going to clean the environment. Why and how it is going to clean the environment? You all know all the organisms after dying, all the living organisms will be dumped in the soil only. Okay, but if you imagine all the dead bodies on the in the soil, it is very difficult also to imagine. But are you finding like that on our earth, in our soil? No, we are not finding any such thing. Why? Because these microorganisms are going to break down the complex substances. Decomposition is nothing but breaking down of complex substances into simpler substance. Complex substances into simpler substance. So these microorganisms are also going to do the same thing. It is going to do decomposition process, that is, it is going to break the complex substance. If the body is a complex substance, it is going to break down into simpler substance, and it helps to mix it in the soil. That leads to increase in the soil fertility also. So this is about how microorganisms are going to help in soil fertility. And not only that, till now we have discussed about useful microorganisms. Now we are going to see what are harmful microorganisms. When we think of harmful microorganisms, always we will be worried, because harmful microorganisms will cause diseases to us. So before going to discuss harmful microorganisms, we have to know what are pathogens actually. Pathogens is a term that is, the microorganisms which cause disease are called pathogens. The microorganisms which cause diseases, we call them as pathogens. Though if I call harmful microorganisms or pathogens, it is one and the same. So, how generally these pathogens are going to enter into our body? Pathogens enter our body through air, water, food, and cause diseases. If you consume contaminated water, if you consume contaminated food, and if you breathe contaminated air, in all these things, harmful microorganisms will be there. So once if you eat that or drink that, the harmful microorganisms or the pathogens which is present in this are going to enter into our body and cause diseases. So this is about pathogens and the entry of pathogens. In the next class, we are going to discuss about types of diseases which are caused due to this microorganism.